Before sunrise, the forest listens. Mist hangs low between ancient trees. Leaves are still. The air is cool, quiet, and waiting. In the deep shadows of the rainforest, a male lyrebird steps onto the forest floor like a performer entering a dark stage. He spreads his tail. He lifts his head. Then he opens his beak. At first, you expect a bird song. Something natural. Something soft. Something wild. But instead, the forest becomes a chainsaw. The rhythm is almost perfect. The mechanical pulse cuts through the trees. Then the sound shifts again. A camera shutter clicks rapidly. Another bird call appears. Then a car alarm. Then a human-made sound copied with impossible detail. The forest has a recording machine. But this is not a trick. This is biological engineering. Hidden inside every songbird is one of the most extraordinary instruments in nature. Not a human voice box. Not a simple throat. Something lower, stranger, and more powerful. It is called the syrinx. In humans, sound is produced through the larynx, high in the throat. But in birds, the syrinx sits deep in the chest, where the windpipe splits into the two bronchi leading toward the lungs. This location changes everything. The syrinx can have two independently controlled sides. One side can produce one note. The other side can produce another. That means one bird can sing two sounds at once. Two melodies. Onetine bode. A cardinal can send notes leaping through cold morning air. A canary can turn breath into ornament. A nightingale can pour complex phrases into the darkness. And a lyrebird can imitate a living world so accurately that machines seem to be singing from feathers. This is not just sound. This is survival made audible. Birdsong carries information, territory, desire, warning, identity, location, family, rivalry, fear, recognition. Every note has a purpose, even when the song feels beautiful to us. To a woman, the dawn chorus may sound like music. To birds, it is a negotiation. Who owns this branch? Who survived the night? Who is ready to breed? Who is strong enough to defend this space? Who should come closer? Who should stay away? The forest becomes a conversation. To understand that conversation, look inside the body. Birds breathe differently from humans. Their lungs and air sacs move air with remarkable efficiency, allowing oxygen to flow through the system in a way that supports intense activity and long phrases of sound. Breath supplies the power. The syrinx shapes the vibration. The beak, tongue, and throat refine the tone. Tiny muscles change everything. A small adjustment can shift pitch. A change in beak shape can sculpt resonance. A different breath pressure can turn a note from soft contact into sharp alarm. The result can seem endless. One bird sitting on a branch can fill an entire valley with meaning. But songs are not universal. Geography changes the voice. The same species living in different regions may sing different versions of the same song. In one forest, the song may rise sharply. In another, it may bend softly. A valley can preserve local traditions. An island can create a vocal island. A mountain ridge can split a language. Even a river can divide song culture. Same species. Different accent. Bird dialects are real. They can be measured in spectrograms, those colorful maps of sound that show pitch, timing, rhythm, and frequency. Young birds often learn by listening to local adults. They copy the neighborhood. They absorb the soundscape they are born into. Birdsong is culture in feathers. And like human culture, it changes when the world changes. Cities are changing the conversation. Traffic noise rumbles beneath the bird's frequency range. Construction, engines, sirens, and human machines fill the lower acoustic space. To be heard, some urban birds shift their songs higher, louder, or earlier. The city becomes an acoustic battlefield. A bird on a wire must sing above the road. In quiet forests, songs can spread wide and clean. In cities, the same species may begin to diverge. A city bird and a forest bird may no longer sound exactly alike. The environment edits the voice. Noise does not simply annoy birds. It can reshape their language. And sound is not only used for song. Sometimes, one alarm can freeze an entire forest. A chickadee gives a sharp call from a branch. Instantly, a squirrel stops on a trunk. A titmouse turns. A jay erupts from the canopy. A deer lifts its head in the distance. Small birds hide under leaves. The whole forest eavesdrops. Alarm calls are built for urgency. Some warnings are quiet and spaced. Others cut like glass. A high-threat call can bring birds together to mob a predator. Small birds surround an owl or hawk, shouting and diving from every direction. Sound turns fear into pressure. A discovered predator is less dangerous than a hidden one. Information travels faster than wings. This is why bird communication crosses species lines. A bird does not need to understand every detail of another species' language. It only needs to recognize enough to survive. A certain call means danger. A certain rhythm means predator. A certain silence means something is wrong. In the forest, listening is life. Some lessons even begin before birth. Inside the hidden nest of a superb fairy wren, eggs rest beneath the mother's body. Dos. An egg seems silent, but the shell is not silence. Sound passes through it. Vibration reaches the developing embryo. The mother sings. Again and again, she repeats a special note. A password enters memory. After hatching, her chicks beg for food, using that learned sound. The parent listens. If the begging call matches, she feeds. If an imposter chick, like a cuckoo, fails to use the correct acoustic password, the mismatch may expose danger. Language begins before open eyes. The family shares the code before the world has even been seen. Then there is the nightingale. At night, when the forest darkens and most voices disappear, the nightingale sings like a living instrument of complexity. Its phrases accelerate, pause it, return, and vary. Pitch climbs like a staircase. Trills form geometric patterns. Motifs repeat with subtle changes. Its song looks like architecture when seen on a spectrogram. To rivals, the song is a challenge. To potential mates, it may be a promise. Complexity can signal stamina, health, memory, and control. Singing costs energy, breath, muscle, and timing must align. A weak singer may lose territory. A strong singer can hold space and attract attention. The body performs calculations. Music becomes biological proof. Then comes the great chorus. Before sunrise, one bird begins. Maybe a robin, maybe another early voice in the blue light. Then another answers. Then another. Soon, the canopy is alive. Dawn changes the physics of sound. The air is cooler and calmer. Wind is reduced. Insects are quieter. Humidity hangs between leaves. Sound can travel more clearly through still morning air. The singer exploits the moment. A song at dawn says, "I survived the night." It says this territory is occupied. It says stay away. And sometimes it says come closer. The dawn chorus is not random. Different species occupy different acoustic spaces. Some sing high. Others stay low. Some call in rapid bursts. Others leave pauses. Their voices fit together like puzzle pieces, reducing collisions and keeping the soundscape organized. The forest becomes an orchestra. But as light grows, priorities change. Singing yields to feeding. Insects begin moving. Hunger interrupts the concert. The orchestra dissolves slowly into ordinary daytime calls. Yet messages continue all day. Soft contact calls keep family groups together. Hidden voices reveal positions in dense leaves. Sudden alarms reshape movement. Silence can warn of danger. Every sound is part of the living network. And above all of this stands the lyrebird, the master mimic. His stage is leaflitter. His audience is hidden in shadows. He can borrow the whole forest, other birds, wing beats, alarms, and even human machines. Camera shutters, chainsaws, car alarms. Novel sounds become part of the performance. Mimicry begins with listening. Memory becomes performance. Years sharpen the repertoire. But mimicry also reveals intrusion. When a lyrebird copies a chainsaw, the sound is astonishing, but also unsettling. The forest has remembered what we brought into it. The bird's song becomes a record of human presence. A copy can be beautiful. It can also be evidence. Rain changes everything again. Wet leaves reshape sound. Heavy drops soften frequencies. Thunder overpowers song. Birds adjust or fall silent. Sometimes silence is survival. Then the rain stops. Droplets fall from leaves. Sunlight pierces the canopy. And the voices return. Each song has a purpose. Mate, territory, danger, identity, family, memory, navigation, warning, desire. A beak is not just a mouth. It is the opening of an acoustic engine. 2 chambers. 2 voices. Local dialects. Alarm networks. Prenatal passwords. Nightingale mathematics. Davn orchestras. Lyrebird mimicry. Different birds. Different instruments. One principle connects them all. Sound carries life across distance. A chick hears food in a parent's call. A rival hears a warning in another male's song. A female hears promise in a complex phrase. A flock hears survival in an alarm. A forest hears itself through the voices of birds. Today, scientists record these hidden dialogues with microphones, spectrograms, and artificial intelligence. A microphone becomes a telescope for sound. Remote recorders strapped to trees can monitor forests through the night. Machine learning can identify species, track changes, and reveal patterns too complex for human ears alone. Listening becomes conservation. A healthy forest sounds complex. A damaged forest sounds empty. Restore habitat, and songs return. New voices rebuild the chorus. This is why birdsong matters far beyond beauty. It tells us who is present, who is missing, what is changing, and whether an ecosystem is still alive. The forest is wired by sound. Every note moves the world. So the next time you hear a bird singing at sunrise, do not treat it as simple background music. Listen closer. That song may be a boundary, a love letter, a warning, a memory, a password, a survival signal, a record of the place where it was born. A song is never just song. It is memory, warning, desire, identity, and survival made audible. By sunrise, millions have spoken. And the forest is a conversation